that loaded faster than normally. Wait, it's already a few seconds in. Okay, it apparently loaded immediately. Well, hello. Surprised. I thought the computer would take longer. Maybe that's a good sign. Maybe it'll lag less today. Yeah, if I turn silent or like I make it sound to sound like I'm in pain at some point, these braces are literally at a point where I'm convinced they're cutting off my mouth. Like this is, I hate it. Specifically, like the little piece of like metal cord thingy that like goes through the different. There's like those small squares that are on the teeth. They then have this like metal brace for like that's actually the thing that's supposed to like keep them proportionate to where each other are and stuff. I'm pretty sure. Otherwise, I'm very confused on what it does. But like. On the one side, it's fine. It's completely fine. It's actually, like, I don't feel much discomfort at all. Like, pretty comfortable, actually. I'm pretty comfortable with it right now. Then on the other side, it's cutting open my freaking cheek from the inside. Somebody get this off. Like, on one side, like, both sides have too much of the metal thing. The difference is, one side has it where it goes frontwards, so it's like where my lip is and stuff. But the frontward parts get bent in a way where they're both kept away from hitting your like the what is the flesh right above the teeth? What is that called? I don't remember. I don't care. But like it doesn't touch that, and because it's bent inwards, it doesn't hit your lip either. So it's just like. Well, there's something there, but it isn't cutting into your freaking flesh. Then on the other side, that part is completely in, snuck by the brace, and is like completely invisible almost. But it's still like, it still has the same length as the other side. That length is cutting into my cheek. This fucking hurts, and it was even more scary when I actually legitimately tried to like move around my mouth and stuff to like see. It actually looks like as if somebody like actually cut my cheek open and it has had time to heal. And then a wasp decided to sting me apparently in my mouth, which I did not notice apparently, considering I don't remember getting stung. Oh, funnily enough, it's at the exact same height that a little piece of metal is. Huh. The fun thing is like their site recommends like, oh, you can just cut that part off. If I had read that yesterday, I would have used the jewelry, like cutting wire thingies, at the school to cut it. I am not letting any of my dad's tools near my mouth. The jewelry cut wires, like I know exactly what it's been touching. Jewelry wire? Different like pearls and stuff. And then whatever I've been working with them with, which is still nothing dirty. And nothing chemical. Literally they're like the only thing that hasn't gotten near the glue. It's not even a joke, like I work way too much with glue, but I don't do it ever while I'm working with the flyer thingies. Never the two shall meet. Yes, they do not have a reason to do so. Also, for like, I don't know when I am like the thing is like we just got like we have like during Easter we don't have school and stuff. So that in Denmark it's called påskeferie, which would technically be Easter vacation. Whatever. Like. And the thing is, like, I can't even see, like, free from school. No. I'm in the volunteer fire department thing. And the other thing, the other day, when I mentioned, like, my dad basically sold me out to it, like, they made a joke about that. That means I don't get free from school. I have to go to other people's schools and keep an eye on them not getting hurt. Basically, I'm gonna be babysitting. Not even babysitting. There's gonna be adults to do the babysitting part. The only thing I have to do is well, the building lit on fire. Okay, that's my job. And somebody broke something. Okay, that's my job. Or somebody fainted. That's my job. So first aid and burning stuff is my job. Oh god, why? I don't even know which days they are. Probably most of the days I'll be written on for it for the entire week. And that's not even a joke. Like the ones who are like keeping track kept complaining like, oh, it would be nice if some more people would put onto the list so we have actually people to work with and move around. If there wasn't very many people put onto it, I'll most likely put on a lot. Because they know the only limitation is when my dad will drive me. Or somebody else picks me up. So yeah. The thing is like, I'm gonna be expected to sleep in a sleeping bag. I haven't slept in a sleeping bag for so long. I'm not even kidding. Like, if I go out camping, I bring all my blankets and all my pillows. I have become very proficient with packing them. Like, I have a thinner blanket. That's like the first one I placed down on the bed. That I didn't like thin out until it like looks more like it's supposed to be like a rope for it instead. Then I lie my like the main blanket on top of it. Then I take the pillows, put them at like one end, and then I begin rolling it up. And then when I've rolled it up and like moved it pretty much into the middle, I take the thin one, like the thinner blanket that's now like almost been rolled into a, like, that was like put already like kind of bunched together as if it was just a rope that literally will fold out if I just like pick up one side of it. Yeah, I'm wearing that, I'm good. But like, and then you just like take that part and like you bind it around the thing and then it holds. It's like, it holds fine. So I get to have 2 big pillows, 1 small pillow, and 2 blankets. No, I'm gonna be using a sleeping bag. I don't like the idea. Because I have a feeling the only reason why I liked sleeping bags in the past was most likely because I was, like, my inner kid is very much the one that gets control majority of the time. So, sleeping bag. Well, now we're snake. I kinda hope I have a green sleeping bag, because I want to be Slytherin. Yay! House of the Snakes. Also, if I hear a single person say, oh, there's a witch or wizard that turned bad that wasn't from Slytherin. There wasn't a witch or wizard that turned bad and had Voldemort in the back of their head that wasn't from Ravenclaw. By the way, Lockhart is Ravenclaw too. Pettigrew, and this is a common misconception, was not a Slytherin. And the reason why that's a misconception is because on one of the, like, they sometimes release like books where it's supposed to be like, oh look, this is like house iterations of the books. Look, also the fan out of it. And it's like, do I, as a Slytherin, need to look at Peter Pettigrew on the book cover for Slytherin? We have enough bad people as it is. We don't need Gryffindor's trash. And he doesn't even fit with Slytherin. If anything, like, send him over to Hufflepuff. The only reason why I'm saying that is because originally, like back when the founders were there, Hufflepuff was literally just like, well, they had their core features and stuff, but otherwise it was just like, you need somewhere to go and the other ones don't want you? Well, come here. Although, yeah, Peter Pettigrew is a Gryffindor, and before anybody was like, oh, we don't want him in the house, like, oh, either, it's like, he admires Gryffindor characteristics. That is the only thing that has to do with house stuff that the hat could draw on, is his admiration for bravery. So it's like, that's the only thing. So that's what the hat had to go for. Although am I the only one who noticed, like, in the movie, did the hat even, like, really touch, like, Malfoy's head? I don't know if I, like, just saw a weird clip where people had, like, edited, but it's like, it hadn't even touched it. It was still, like, 2 centimeters above his head, and then it just screams, Slytherin! I was like, did Lucius Malfoy pay off the Sorting Hat to put his son in Slytherin without a question? So the Hat's like, I'm going to have to put you in there anyway, so who fucking cares? Go to the table already. I don't have time for this. Fuck off. Like, Lucius just paying off the Sorting Hat, like, here's your money. I'll make sure he ends up in the right house. Okay, the house where nobody cares about you. You're a filthy little snake, and apparently you don't deserve people to care for you then. Do you feel my anger? That was deserve love too. Fuck off. We're better than a majority of the houses. Plus, just the way they set it up is stupid. Like, hey kids, here's people with the exact same worldview as you, which means you'll never learn new worldviews, and you'll be close-minded, and only believe in your own, like, viewpoint for the rest of your lives. I'm just saying that surrounding brave people with more brave people is not, like, they're gonna do something stupid. They're going to do something stupid, and you know it. Like, smart people, it's like, yeah, but I think they could, like, benefit from a Hufflepuff friend, like, just somebody to tell them, okay, enough studying, go take care of yourself. It's like, go take fucking care of yourself. Okay, you know what, you're not gonna go to the kitchen to get food? I have snacks in my bag, get over here. You're eating. You need food. And you're not just somebody who's, like, actually gonna take care of people. Like, hey, what a couple pups are. And you cannot convince me that, Hufflepuffs needs, like, a Slytherin. Like, every Hufflepuff needs a Slytherin friend. There are 2 kind Hufflepuffs, and you need the one that will literally, like, source out people's bad intentions. And Slytherins need a Hufflepuff because we need somebody who will keep us in fucking check and tell us, like, it's not necessary to yell at everything right now. Okay, breathe. Breathe. Okay, good. Now let's go get that ice cream. Doesn't matter, just breathe. Just like how Ravenclaws need a Gryffindor so they can, like, calm down and stop being so, like, roll tight. And Gryffindors need a Ravenclaw to make sure that they don't do something stupid. You cannot convince me that Ronald, aka Ron, and Harry wouldn't have died without the help of Hermione. And I don't care how much people are like, yeah, but she's a Gryffindor. No, she's not. No, she's fucking not. She is so obviously more focused on intelligence. It's just J.K. Rowling putting all of, like, all the, heroes of the story has to be from Gryffindor, apparently. And all villains apparently has to be from Slytherin, just saying. Favoritism? Even the other houses has begun, like, hating Rowling because of her hate of Gryffindor. No, not Gryffindor, of Slytherin. Like even when even the other houses are giving you the middle finger roll, like you've done something wrong. You're not aggravating them, but they're still getting angry. You know why? Because you're yelling at people without reason. Also, like, I have a feeling the sorting quest they had online is kind of biased. Because it's sorting my into Gryffindor. Like, it's the newer one where it only has half the questions. I tried searching up for the old one. I took it. Oh, look. I'm a Slytherin. I am the least Gryffindor. By the way, the questions are stupid. Okay, so I can't like a cute owl. Like, I like snowy owls. That doesn't mean I'm automatically a Gryffindor. It's kind of the only one of the things I know what is. And every single auto online quiz I've taken, it's like Slytherin, maybe Ravenclaw, maybe a little bit Ravenclaw, a little bit Hufflepuff. You are exactly 1% Gryffindor. Like maybe 10 to 20, 10 to 20% of Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw. Yeah, that's pretty good. And like around 60% for the Slytherin and 0% Gryffindor. It's like. Plus also getting sorted into Slytherin. It's just like, hooray. You are. It's just like, Slytherin is blah blah blah. And it's like, all the other ones are like, congratulations! And it's like, where's our congratulations? Plus, like, think about the kid that watched Harry Potter and was like, I'm gonna go get sorted on Pottermore! Yay! And we got Slytherin. With how Slytherin is represented. Poor fucking child. I was actually flat out there's something wrong when I got put in Slytherin with the first time I tried taking online quiz. I was like, no, that's not true. It's just a bad quiz online. I know I'm a Slytherin now. There is no question. And I'm proud of it. That is who I am. And there's lots of good ones of us. Just because Rowling hates us, that's her problem. That's her being hateful. There's lots of good ones. Stop making all the heroes Gryffindors. Let's be honest, the only reason why Cedric was a Hufflepuff was because she was like, do I even remind people the other houses exist? Yeah, probably. Luna is Ravenclaw, so we just need somebody to Hufflepuff, this character. Because there are so many characters that should have been removed from Gryffindor and put into the other houses. So we have the main characters, or main-ish characters. Because they so obviously don't belong in that house. And they'd just be like, yeah, we're putting them in there anyway. It's like, they don't belong there. I mean, think about poor Kyle. Poor Kyle has to deal with the stupidity of Gryffindor Tower. But I see more Hufflepuff in him than Gryffindor. Because he's very hardworking. And she's very intelligent, so again, there you have a Ravenclaw. Not a fucking Griffin. Let the lions just stop putting all the good characters in the lion house. And why does Peter Pettigrew have to exist? He is literally people aren't arguing oh, he's more like Slytherin. No, he's not. Oh, he's more like this house. No, he's not. People are arguing well, this shouldn't be his house because he's definitely not this. And it's yeah, but he's definitely not this either. Or that. Or that. He's literally the most annoying character to try and find a house for. Gryffindor is the only one that makes sense because he adores bravery. But then comes the point Nobody fucking wants him in their house. Nobody. Who wants the stinking rat man who ratted out Lily and James Potter? Who wants the stinking rat? Not me. Slytherin is saying no, thank you. Literally, the only reason why Voldemort was like humoring him is because well, he's not gonna be useful with a hand either way, so might as well. But he's so much of a betrayal, much into betrayal, so a metal hand will make him choke himself if he tries with him. It's probably a good idea. Seems to kind of change his alliances on the smallest of change, and now he's another thing. Just kind of would you trust a guy who has accepted on your side specifically because he betrayed his longtime friend who entrusted him with their life? No. I'm in here, you're wrong in here, you're killing me. It's okay. Let's say this, you have a new organization. Great, good job. This guy wants to join. He's known by you guys because he betrayed his best friend. Do you trust him? Or do you allow him to kiss your feet, but always keep an eye on him, ready for his betrayal and ready to just finish him off so he can't do it? So the one who's answered trust, I'm gonna need either one of the nice little ones or the stereotypical Ravenclaw mom, the one who will have warned you already but still help you fix your shit. And maybe Hufflepuff mom is needed too. Need somebody to kind of show up, because there's a Hufflepuff here apparently, who seems to be one of the younger ones. Doesn't seem to be either that or a very, very young person who is not even out of that can be sorted in. But you are trusting to a point of only the golden retriever stereotype that I know of, which is a Hufflepuff stereotype. So yeah, chicken is that's not even because they're trusting in everything that it's golden retriever stereotype. That's just because they need constant attention. Give it to them. They need love, care, constant attention. And if you don't give it to them, they will cry. Go give them attention. Go give the puppy attention. It needs attention. It's crying. No. The puppy. It's crying. If somebody doesn't make the puppy stop crying, I will punch somebody. That is part of it. Then there is the mom's stereotypes, which there is a mom in two of the houses. There is the Hufflepuff mom, and there is the Ravenclaw mom. Ravenclaw mom reads a goodnight story to all the children, aka first year Ravenclaw students and all Hufflepuffs. Anybody who knows where these things are coming from, be my friend. Unless you didn't like it, then fuck off. Those two are hilarious. It's and the Hufflepuff mom is always has snacks. You are not going hungry, and you are joining for game night. Well, Ravenclaw is just kind of like, I told you this shit would happen, now get over here so I can help you fix it. Ah, you never learn, do you? Like, just... Before anybody's like, oh, this is how like a Slytherin and a Gryffindor would be. It's like... There is no mom stereotypes for those two houses. This is why we should have a mix in the houses, because then there's a chance at least some Slytherins and Gryffindors will have a mom to sort it out. Because just imagine this. Like in Slytherin, everybody has everybody has dirt on everybody. Like everybody has dirt on each other. One person lets a secret slip, and out of nowhere there is an explosion of blackmail going across the entirety of Slytherin. Like blackmailing, it's just like an explosion of everybody's secrets. That is a toxic environment. Or Gryffindor, who is daring each other to wrestle the Romping Willow, or run naked through the Forbidden Forest, or who knows? All I know is Gryffindor needs supervision, and Slytherin needs therapy. So Ravenclaw, go keep an eye on Gryffindor. I as a Slytherin will keep an eye on our Hufflepuff roommate not getting bullied. I will make sure to punch anybody who tries to bully them. And they will give you therapy for the many problems that is with living in the toxic house of Slytherin. Plus, like, having teachers actually bound to the houses. You can't tell me that, like, Minerva gives more points to any of the other houses other than Gryffindor. And you can't tell me that Severus doesn't give more points to Slytherin. Or so on and so forth. You can't tell me that. And Gryffindor will almost always win because why not? Why? Why are they always winning? Because they have an extra on their side. Dumbledore. Dumbledore! A guy who says we shouldn't be allowed to give out house points. But yeah, during the ceremony, and the Slytherins are so happy they think they won. No, I'm just gonna deal out some last minute points. Like, you couldn't, like, have, as soon as you figure it out, given out points. Oh, hello there. I am rambling. Like, you cannot tell me that the Harry Potter housing system is not toxic. I think Hufflepuff's like the only one that isn't, like, dangerous. Okay, maybe Ravenclaw isn't that dangerous either, but, like, there could be some problems. But, like, Slytherin is a blackmail explosion waiting to happen. Probably has happened a few times in the past. And Gryffindor, which is... They're gonna end up getting each other killed by dares. They're gonna dare each other to do something stupid and they're gonna die. Yeah, hello there. Hello. Local pillar. A local pillar. I don't know if it's Pele or Pillar or how the last part is pronounced. Because now my brain is thinking about two different words, like two different names from two different countries, which is... Okay, just local. Local. Now I'm confusing myself with that one too. Which Harry Potter house are you? You don't need to, like, go in and, like, run a quiz or anything. Just if you have to type yourself, like, choose yourself, like, which house do you feel like you belong to? And think about it, and don't just automatically choose Gryffindor without actually checking if those are the right qualities for you, because too many people just choose Gryffindor. I mean, let's be honest, J.K. Rowling just put everybody in Gryffindor. You're not a teacher before you've gone through school. Which house are you the teacher? Or which house are you the like main teacher for? Are you brave and courageous as the lions, aka Gryffindor? Are you smart and creative as Ravenclaw? Are you hardworking and loyal as Hufflepuff? Or are you... Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. Are you cunning as the Slytherins? Which, it's funny, I only know one word for Slytherins, but that's my house. I'm a snake. Snape. Snape. Severus Snape. Dumbledore! They left out an error from that song, and I want to punch somebody for it. But you can be the teacher of the house, as long as you come up with which house you belong to. You don't even have to have the qualities. If you look at Peter Pettigrew, he's not brave or courageous, but he's still a Gryffindor. Because he loves those traits. He wishes he could be like them. And he doesn't have any of the other traits. Like, he is not cunning. He's not brave. Not creative. That character is nothing. Other than an extreme hatred for all the houses, arguing about how he definitely doesn't belong in their house. Get him the fuck out. Nobody wants him. That's actually kind of sad. Nobody wants him in the house. Nobody wants. But it makes sense. Hang on. Hang on. Okay. Which is your favorite teacher, Loco? Which is your favorite teacher? I know which one is mine. Which is ironic because they're not the teacher of my house. They're not Snape. Snape. Severus Snape. Dumbledore! I don't know why it's in my brain right now, that song. I haven't even heard it. I've just heard that one short paragraph where it's like Snape, Snape, Severus Snape, Dumbledore. Only what I've heard, and it is stuck in my brain. Snape, Snape, Severus Snape, Dumbledore. And who's the favorite teacher? Who is the favorite of all the teachers? Oh, who's the worst teacher? You can come up with either way. Oh, who's the worst defense against the dark arts teacher? I don't want to start that hard. Okay, it might be hard if you don't remember all of them, because I just remembered another one that was defense against the dark arts one. So I'm like, yeah, they're worse. Pick Clap Porcupine, Doors Umbridge, and she is dressed like Peppa Pig. It's interesting how Dolores Umbridge is literally the only character in Harry Potter that people will argue is worse than Voldemort. Hey Dad.
Hej. Gæt hvem jeg kommer med.
Dog. Panda. Kom her. Kom her. Papi. Panda. Kom her. Kom her. Kom her. Bamse. Kom her. Sit. No. My dog is just ignoring me. Bamse, we are hit me. He's not supposed to be in the kitchen. Bamse. Bamse, we have hit me. Kevin, get there here. Ah!
Og der var ude i skylden igen. I vildskab, selvfølgelig kan han have en
Oh, what's up? He doesn't get out of the kitchen. He goes out, goes around the other dog, goes back in. Like, that's the funny thing. The old one still, like, hasn't understood it. But the young one is standing right by it. It's just like, I haven't crossed the line yet. I'm still outside the kitchen. This counts, right? This is fine. Yes. Right. And he's just like, I'm not in the kitchen. This should be fine. This is not against the house rules. Berda? Kevin!
Jeg er ikke, venner. Jeg er ikke.
Åh, Berda! Berda! Åh. Just ignore me. Normally I know I'm his favorite. But when anything with food is involved, they don't care who you are. They just care there's food. Hello! Hello, come here! Raven! Raven! No! Open it! Open it! Come here! Open it! Bella! Yeah. Good doggy! Hello! Use a lot of things though because you won't make any sounds. Come over here. Yeah. No. Such a big face. Such a big round face. Good doggy. One thing is if you scratch them behind the ears they will have to shake their head like crazy because yeah, it's scratching. Yeah. Oh, your ear is oh. He is white Labrador, so his ears will flop around it. Helga! Where are you? Good. When I say we are cooking, that means like out of the kitchen. Because they will steal bread from the kitchen. And like, okay, the puppy isn't that much of a problem. Like, it's like, stupid dog stop stealing food from the kitchen, but if the older dog was, like when I have bread left from my breakfast and I can't eat more. And I can't like just put it in 2 pieces and give it to each of them. Unless I have incredibly little left. I have to break the pieces. Like I break it into 2 pieces. And then for the puppy I might like make it into 2 more pieces so it's like broken smaller. But the older dog literally is like, okay, let's break it into like 40 pieces because you won't chew your food. It's like you have your teeth, you can chew it. But you just decided to swallow it because you want to eat it so fast to check if the other dog has something you can take. But you don't have the balls to take it from him even, so why? Just chew your food. I gave you up the other day and literally one of the chewing sticks thingies, like the things like they chew on and slowly eat while they're just like chewing on it and stuff. There's apparently one that was like decently big left in his stomach. Cause he basically just freaking swallowed it. Like, chew your food, dog. What are you doing? No, puppy. I think it's like the dogs, like their main color is a metal chain. But then the puppy, we now also have a fabric color. Because the metal one will sometimes break, and it's nice to actually be able to stop the dog from running. That's not the same thing with that. We also usually put like a specific thing on the snout of them, so like when they pull, it doesn't pull on their neck, it pulls on their face and they stop. Though that one broke a while ago. So I'm just gonna train the puppies to do something else, which we also were working on last year. Every time he pulls, I stop. Then he can get his ass back beside me until I begin walking again. The only time he is allowed to pull even a little bit is when we're in the areas where it is basically free walk. So he doesn't have to walk beside me. He just has to not pull my arm off. Like as long as it's within range of what the very long leash, like it is a long one he has, will allow him to go to, then it's fine. Like, can you reach it without pulling my arm off? Then it's within reach. Otherwise, you could also just wait 5 more seconds for me to take like a few more steps forwards, and it's the other thing you're trying to get to will be within reach. Just have patience, puppy. Like the walk won't become longer by you pulling; it'll actually just become shorter. There's the times where I actually try and run with the dogs. Like I get a cramp with the set and then I have to return home as fast as possible. Give me a second. Like the dogs, they don't understand too much. And we love them no matter how stupid they may get. Which is rather stupid. That's beside the point. Not really, but still. Let's ignore it for now. What I need to put these areas to? These ones over here. Here. I don't want to lose any of the big ticket items, but the small ticket items, sure. Okay, now let's look for any more of these ones, which are the ones we actually care about. The ones that actually have good value. I'm tired. Like seriously, like if Harry Potter knows exists, I'm pretty sure my first focus would just be like, how do I infiltrate all the other houses? I need friend groups in each of them. I need a safety net for when the Slytherins blow up with blackmail. I just get like a safety net for like the Slytherin outburst of blackmail. Like who else like loves Judy? They're like Slytherins don't get like their houses sent to the main hall when they get posted. For them it's all sent to like their dorm. So it's like humiliation within Slytherin house. But nobody else gets to know. Like this is within Slytherin. What if you send a howler to somebody, but you just wrote down a lot of suspicious sounds? You don't guess what I mean by suspicious sounds. I just mean like just sounds that only happen in specific situations. And no, I'm not talking about murder. Although that would be funny too. Just imagine like you're walking and like you can't avoid this letter that's flying behind you, screaming blood-curdling screams at you. As if you're murdering it. You can't make it shut up. Nobody can until it thinks it's done. I mean, it's far from done. Like, you can't get rid of it until it's done. Unless you're like as a student. Wouldn't that be like an epic prank? Especially if it's just like inappropriate sounds behind somebody's inside and like that's like fucking god, and this is how we're gonna stop. Like just like, and if it's sent to them doing class. Like, ooh. Oh. Okay, maybe my Slytherin is showing a bit because that's kind of sadistic, but like, I would do it for revenge. Like, don't go against my rules. If it is for something that's very important to me, don't ruin it. I will do the inappropriate howler. Not even like me doing it, I'll get a friend to do it. Maybe like, can you like have multiple voices in over it? It like sounds like 10 different people, all making that sound, or like specifically saying the person's name in that voice. Just a revenge level. So lovely. Like also like people think like, oh yeah, you could learn all these like super cool spells to help protect yourself at Hogwarts. No thank you. I'll just befriend some Gryffindors and have them be my bodyguards. But like, the real power is learning the utility spells. Like, Alohomora, aka fuck all Muggle locks. Like, unless you lock this thing with some kind of witch or wizard magic, Alohomora will just fix it. Like, I don't care, it's locked. Okay, yeah, Alohomora. Like, oh, I need to make this thing fly. Wingardium Leviosa. Looks like But oh, gravity exists? Fuck that. Who needs that? You cannot make me believe that the house situation isn't dangerous. And like, even just beyond the obvious Slytherin blackmail bomb and Gryffindor staring each other to jump off the astronomy tower onto a broom. That has been shrunk down to the point where you have less than 1% chance of survival because it's Gryffindor. Even ignoring those parts, like, just imagine this: like, you've lived with your family your entire life. You're fairly one-minded. You need to begin learning that other people have different ideas. This is your time to do so. You're starting at school. You get put into an area with only like-minded people. I think Ravenclaw is the only one that's like reasonably balanced against that. That's because they have intelligence and creativity. You cannot tell me that the creative ones will keep you just one opinion. Like, in many points, intelligence, like, they'll have one opinion on like a thing, and that won't change unless other proof comes. But when it comes to like more changeable stuff, like, oh, what is acceptable to these kind of situations? I think Ravenclaw will be very, very varied on that point. Thereby, you get different ideas. Like, you get, the only thing that's like universally will be accepted in that house is truth, and that's how it is. Like, if this has been scientifically confirmed, then that's how it is, and you cannot fight the science. I think, like, everything else will be up for debate. Like small things, like, who actually, like, let's say, like, is it okay to bring, like, let's say, like, some kind of weird magic animal into the common room for the, like, then there might be some that's like, yeah, it's fine, and other people who would be like, no. Like, there's variations. Well, in Gryffindor, the overwhelming amount will be like, yes, bring it in, what kind of weird creature did you find? Then it'll be like, no, keep that out of the house, keep that out. Keep the pets out of the house. In Hufflepuff, it's more like, how cute is it? Or is it like, is it gonna kill us? No? Okay, then bring the pet in. We want to see the pet. But like, Ravenclaw is so varied because they have the creative souls. Like, ooh, creativity and intelligence in the same house. We have the stereotype asshole who will always be like, yeah, but technically, like, and the artist Ravenclaw was like, art, like, subjective. You cannot teach it, and it's like, well, actually, like, you can because like, you cannot tell me that the artist and the stereotypical jackass of Ravenclaw will not fight. You cannot tell me they will not fight. Not with me believing, anyways. Like, let's be honest here. Everybody's gonna hate the house because everybody's just gonna be like, shut up! We don't want to hear this anymore. We want to leave the house just to get away from these two yelling at each other. Because who wants to hear a never-ending discussion about, like, you can't teach art. It's depending on, like, the different, like, blah, 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 a lot of emotional stuff, which makes sense for artists. Versus the one who don't believe in anything unless it is stated as fact. Oh. Is this the idea of the discussion? Because I am a teacher who has this idea about, like, oh well, we have to remind them that like people have different opinions. Yeah, and no fucking other people have different opinions. But there are some things where people shouldn't have different opinions. There are some things that are so far out that you do not get to have opinions on them. Because it's so obvious where you should stand. There are some things where it's like, I think it's obvious, but like clearly they don't think it's obvious, so I'll just sit over here and talk about it. But then there's other things where it's like, if you think something else, I don't think you should be free. I think you should be put in prison because you are clearly a danger to humanity. Like previous like historical atrocities, like people who are like, yeah, that didn't matter. Like that kind of thing. It's like because he will like oppose us on anything we say just to like make sure we understand that people have different opinions. It's like, I want to punch you. You might not mean it in like a negative way. I mean it in a negative way when I tell you to shut the fuck up because there is no discussion on this point. Oh, and there's especially no discussion on this point, honey. You know nothing on this point compared to me. You want to discuss fires with the firefighter? Fight me, bitch. Fight me. When you get to a point where you can actually use a fire, like use the stuff on a fire truck, then you can do the fight. Until then, I'm automatically the winner. Or like in music, it's like oh yeah, B sharp. You know B sharp? It's like okay, mention a key. It's like B sharp. It's like I was like, okay, mention a sharp. And if, like what are like sharp and flat? And he's like B sharp. It's like we were talking about keyboard. Can anybody tell me, does a keyboard have the key B sharp? Waiting. Has everybody given their answer? Pause if you don't. Okay, I'm gonna say no. It does not. It has a B flat, which is the one that moves up towards the darker tones. But both B and E do not have sharps. And that is fact. Look at the keyboard. Where are the missing keys? Between B and C and E and F. F does not have a flat. Neither does C. But F has a sharp. And so does C. I'm gonna go to Lone Spider again. Like at some point you can challenge me. Like when we were discussing politics. But at that point, stop arguing the same thing. I've given a new reasoning. You come up with a new reasoning too. We're seeing how many good reasonings we can fire off. Stop using the same one. Nobody cares. Next one. Next reasoning. Next reasoning for why you're right. Your reasonings haven't even reached mine yet. Come on, next one. Stop using the same one. It isn't becoming more powerful by using it multiple times. You are not leveling it up. You're leveling it down. Nobody cares for it anymore because it's just getting annoying. Versus like if it's within like fire, where it's just like I literally I'm not even thinking about saying your suggestion here because I don't think you know much more than what the, like if you even know like the 3 stages of what like needs to cause a fire. I don't think you know much more than that, which is pretty easy. You need like imagine it like as a chair with 3 legs. If you move one leg, it's gonna fall over. And yes, it is, because if it has 3 legs and there is still the flat top on top of it, as soon as you remove one of them, the balance will shift. spider. It's so pretty. Yay. Like, actually, I do expect me to listen to it when it comes to fire. Or when it comes to music. Or when it comes to first aid. Like it's like, no. I know better here. Unless you're certified to teach in one of these, I will not believe you. Like, my music teacher, like, I'll believe if they say something else than what I believed before, music-wise. Of course, I'll, like, mention why I think that's wrong. And see if she has a counter-argument, or if you should search it up on Google. It's like, just, like, checking, like, well, is this thing maybe new? Or is this a hoax? Like, maybe she can be like, oh yeah, actually that's a common misconception. Or maybe she can be like, I haven't seen that before, and then we'll look it up. Well, my dad, who I will blindly trust when it comes to first aid. He is the one who taught me everything I know. Oh well, he refreshed a lot of it. A lot of it I got from a game he bought me, a first aid game, when I was small. That one taught me a lot. Sometimes my dad would drag me away from the game because, like, you're supposed to let people in, like, a stable fashion so that their airways are free and so they won't roll over. Okay, I'm getting pulled away from the computer. I'm supposed to put him in that position now. Okay, this leg needs to be moved up. This hand needs to go over on your cheek. This hand needs to do this, and this hand needs to do this. And all sorts of different stuff. And fire? Are you, like, actually... are you certified, like, as a firefighter? Do you have the right papers for being a firefighter? If not, then I'm not gonna listen. Because you don't know more than me. If you do... Well, do we have time for me to ask questions? Or do we not? Because if we don't, then, yes sir. As in follow orders. Because if they're above you in the chain of command, it's not, yeah, but like, what if, no, get to it. When we're learning stuff, people aren't about you. Although one of them over there hasn't learned that yet. Just the way he, just the way he talks about stuff, it's just... Every time he opens his mouth, I feel more disgusted. But the thing is, we're supposed to be able to, like, all work together as a team in case of a fire. So I'm just standing there with, like, just want to just kill this guy. Like, yeah, I just have to smile. I'm just gonna continue smiling. I'm just gonna begin sketching or something. I did that yesterday. I began sketching, like, you know that art style where you literally don't lift the pen. You just keep it on the paper and keep drawing. One that was like, I was like, ooh, this is pretty, this is fun. I'm gonna do it again. Then the second one, I liked a lot more. Then while we were out, like, seeing how the radios work and stuff, like, testing them a bit. Like, just to see, like, what different things give us a better signal. Yeah, it's fun. I had taken, like, one of the paper plates. It was, like, checking, like, what can I do with this? Okay, I don't have a way here for it. And then I just, like, kind of continued over to, what was, like, I tried to, like, for the last part where we were, like, brainstorming the things we'd seen and the things we've, like, checked how, like, it worked. I just began to draw one of the other people there. Now he has a self-portrait. He was very happy with it. I think that he was very happy with the beard being more full than his real life beard. He liked that part. I also had to find some way to include the bun, although it is freaking it's hell to include a bun when it's a front view and the bun is kind of hanging low. It's like, how do I draw it on you, sir? Like, I wouldn't use the word sir usually, but like, I'm not gonna use their name. I'm not gonna use his name. And I can use he, like, it doesn't matter if I use the pronouns. Like, if I specified that something was a female, that would be more giving away who it is. I think other than me, there was like 2 other females this time. Like, maybe there's like 4 or 5 normally. Like that's like there is a lot more guys. There's a lot of older guys too, and like the females are mostly like younger. Because it's slowly like beginning to get more girls into it, so yeah. I'm so tired. I can't get this waist thing fixed until when is it? Until Monday. I can't wait for this to get fixed. What is this actually? This is Sunblock of Gold, that's what I earned the money with before. But we can put the key away. He's just checking everything works, and it does, that's good. I know this thing hasn't been that long right now, but I'm gonna end off. Because I'm tired. And I want to get enough sleep, so during the weekend, I think I might actually pre-record some videos for you. Just to test some different things out for the days where I would normally be like uploading. Like streams. But where I might not be able to stream because I'm gonna be sitting at a school I've never been at before with one of the other people from the fire department, and we're gonna be playing cards, talking, keeping each other awake for the entirety of the night until we can finally leave. I don't know when I finally get free from it to like, or like when somebody else comes to take over the thing. Because we are so busy this week. There's so many schools, and there's so few of us who actually like had free time to do it. Like, I don't even have any of like the schooling for any of the actual thingies. But even I can count for like one of those ones. Not even as like, oh yeah, you could come along to watch. No, I count as a fully adult at that, because like, if they don't get more people into it, they can't have it. It's like, I've been a fact of it. Like, I know decently how to do stuff. Like, if my partner can like get the fire truck to work, I can hold the high pressure when that's from the back, which we're both supposed to hold. So it's just like, let's just do that part, get close the water on it, slowly walk backwards towards where the thing is. He turns it off, I'll put it again, let it run out, we put it back in, boom, done. It's just you're not allowed to hold them on your own. And usually you would be like 5 people. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the driver. The driver, aka the one I usually call 5, is the one who will be sitting behind the car drinking coffee while he waits for us to yell, "We need more water pressure. We need more of this," and yeah. He's sitting on there. He's just enjoying himself until somebody complains about something like water pressure. Almost always water pressure. That's the thing he can do anything about. I'm gonna end up streaming now because I'm tired. But yeah, I'll probably pre-record some things and prepare some stuff. Oh, I'm tired. I'm not sure I'm gonna do it Depends if I have the focus to do so. Hopefully I'm gonna. Anyway guys, I hope you have a good day, night, evening, morning, whenever, wherever you are in this world, and bye bye! Bye stream!